object fell down over this hillside to my right.
And then we saw something shiny, and we saw two people. They were in tight black suit.
Ever glanced skyward and wondered if we're truly alone in the universe? This video delves into historical snapshots and incidents that tantalize the imagination, suggesting that perhaps, just perhaps, we have had visitors from beyond our world. Join us on a journey through time, exploring the evidence that continues to stir debate and curiosity. Number 1. Roswell Incident, 1947. The mystery begins. In the summer of 1947, an event occurred near Roswell, New Mexico, that would become the cornerstone of UFO lore and conspiracy theories for decades to come. It all began with a rancher named W.W. Brazel discovering unusual debris scattered across his land. This debris was no ordinary wreckage. It comprised materials Brazel couldn't identify, sparking intrigue and mystery. The military quickly intervened, with the initial statement from the Roswell Army Airfield claiming they had recovered a flying disc. However, this statement was abruptly retracted, replaced with the explanation that the debris was from a crashed weather balloon. This sudden change in narrative fueled speculation and suspicion, leading many to believe that the government was covering up the recovery of an extraterrestrial spacecraft and its occupants. Investigations and public interest in the Roswell incident have waxed and waned over the years, yet it remains a pivotal moment in UFO history. Witnesses and subsequent whistleblowers have come forward, some alleging the recovery of non-human bodies and advanced technology far beyond human capabilities at the time. Despite official reports attempting to debunk the UFO claims, such as the 1994 Air Force report attributing the debris to a top-secret atomic espionage project called Project Mogul. The debate over what really happened at Roswell persists. The Roswell incident encapsulates the enduring fascination and skepticism surrounding the possibility of alien visitation. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and movies, cementing its place in the annals of popular culture and continuing to inspire questions about our place in the universe and the existence of otherworldly visitors. Whether a simple case of misidentification or a genuine extraterrestrial encounter, Roswell remains the emblematic symbol of the UFO phenomenon, a mystery that continues to captivate and provoke imagination worldwide. Number 2. Trent UFO Photographs, 1950. A picture worth 1,000 questions. In the quaint, quiet setting of McMinnville, Oregon, a farmer named Paul Trent captured something extraordinary on film that would etch itself into UFO history. One peaceful evening in May 1950, Trent's wife Evelyn spotted a silvery, disc-shaped object gliding through the sky. Without hesitation, Paul Trent grabbed his camera, snapping 2 photographs that would become some of the most scrutinized and celebrated images in the annals of UFO research. The Trent photos, depicting a distinct saucer-like object, were soon published in a locale newspaper before making their way into the national spotlight. Skeptics and believers alike pored over the images, with analyses ranging from accusations of a simple hoax to affirmations of undeniable proof of extraterrestrial visitation. The photo's authenticity was bolstered by the Trents' reputation as honest and reliable individuals who gained nothing from their disclosure, maintaining until their deaths that what they captured was genuinely unknown. Despite extensive investigation, no conclusive evidence has ever debunked the Trent photos as a hoax. The images remain some of the most compelling visual evidence of UFOs, continuing to intrigue both experts and amateurs. The simplicity and clarity of the photographs invite endless debate, symbolizing the eternal question of whether we are alone in the universe and if, perhaps, someone out there is looking back at us. Number 3. Lubbock Lights, 1951. Lights in the Texas sky. August 1951 brought an enigma to the skies over Lubbock, Texas, that remains one of the most well-documented and yet unexplained phenomena in UFO history. Known as the Lubbock Lights, this incident involved the sighting of a peculiar formation of lights by both townsfolk and Texas Tech College professors, lending a level of credibility that captured national attention. The phenomenon was first observed by 3 science professors from Texas Tech, who described seeing a semicircle of lights flying overhead at high speed. Their academic standing provided a stark contrast to the usual dismissals of UFO sightings as mere fantasy. The lights were described as bright and bluish-green, moving in a perfect arc across the night sky. Within days, similar reports flooded in from across the area, including a breakthrough photograph taken by a student named Carl Hart Jr., who captured a series of images showing the unique formation of lights. The Air Force's Project Blue Book, a series of systematic studies of unidentified flying objects, investigated the Lubbock Lights, but concluded that the phenomenon was likely caused by a natural event, specifically suggesting that the lights were a type of bird called plovers, which reflected the glow of Lubbock's new street lamps. However, this explanation was met with skepticism, as many witnesses, including the original professors, disputed the likelihood of birds creating such a precise formation or emitting light in the manner observed. The Lubbock Lights case remains a hallmark in UFO lore, embodying the tension between official explanations and the testimony of credible witnesses. It raises enduring questions about what lies beyond the scope of current scientific understanding, reminding us of the vastness of the universe and the potential for mysteries that continue to elude explanation. Number 4. Solway Firth Spaceman, 1964. An unexpected visitor. In 1964, a seemingly ordinary family outing turned into one of the most intriguing mysteries of the UFO phenomenon. Jim Templeton, a firefighter from Carlisle, England, took a photograph of his daughter on a sunny day in the Solway Firth. Upon developing the film, Templeton was astonished to find what appeared to be a spaceman standing behind his daughter. The figure was clad in what seemed to be a spacesuit, standing out starkly against the rural backdrop. Templeton was adamant that no one else was around when he took the photo, a claim supported by the Kodak Film Company, which confirmed that the image was not tampered with. The photograph gained international attention, stirring speculation about extraterrestrial visitors. Adding to the mystery, Templeton reported that he was visited by 2 individuals claiming to be government agents who questioned him about the photograph and referred to themselves only as Number 11 and Number 12. Despite various theories proposed over the years, including optical illusions and misidentified figures, the Solway Firth Spaceman remains a captivating enigma. It stands as a testament to the era's fascination with space travel and the unknown, embodying the allure of the unexplained and the human tendency to look towards the heavens with wonder and curiosity. Number 5. Belgian UFO Wave, 1990. Triangles over Belgium. The year 1990 marked the beginning of an unprecedented series of UFO sightings across Belgium, known as the Belgian UFO Wave. Over several months, thousands of witnesses reported seeing large, silent, triangular objects flying at low altitudes. The sightings were corroborated by radar, police, and military pilots, making them some of the most well-documented UFO incidents in history. The phenomenon peaked on the night of March 31, 1990, when the Belgian Air Force deployed F-16 fighters to intercept and identify the mysterious objects. Despite sophisticated tracking equipment, the pilots were unable to lock on to the UFOs, which displayed remarkable agility and speed, defying conventional aircraft capabilities. The radar contacts, combined with visual confirmations, suggested an object of solid mass, capable of rapid acceleration and maneuvers beyond the limits of known human technology. The Belgian UFO wave remains significant for its scale, the credibility of witnesses, and the involvement of military forces in a direct engagement with the unidentified objects. The Belgian Air Force's openness in discussing the encounters, along with the release of radar data and reports, provided a rare glimpse into how governments might respond to unidentified aerial phenomena. Despite extensive investigation, the origins of the triangular UFOs observed during the Belgian UFO wave remain unexplained. The events of 1990 continue to intrigue and puzzle researchers, serving as a powerful reminder of the mysteries that still lie beyond our understanding and control, challenging our perceptions of reality and our place in the cosmos. Number 6. Phoenix Lights, 1997. A desert illuminated. On the evening of March 13, 1997, the skies above Phoenix, Arizona were illuminated by an extraordinary array of lights, capturing the attention of thousands of residents and sparking a mystery that endures to this day. Witnesses reported seeing a massive V-shaped formation of lights moving silently across the sky, covering a span of as much as a mile from tip to tip. This event, known as the Phoenix Lights, remains one of the most widely witnessed and well-documented UFO sightings in history. The spectacle consisted of two main events: a triangular formation of light seen passing over the state, and a series of stationary lights observed hovering over the Phoenix area. The military and government officials initially remained silent on the matter, leading to widespread speculation and concern. Later, the Air Force attributed the stationary lights to flares dropped by A-10 Warthog aircraft during a training exercise. However, this explanation did not satisfy many witnesses who had observed the colossal, silent craft traversing the sky earlier that night. The Phoenix Lights have been the subject of extensive analysis, documentaries, and debates. Critics of the official explanation point to the vast number of eyewitness accounts, including those of pilots, police officers, and military personnel, as evidence of an extraordinary event that cannot be easily dismissed. The incident continues to be a focal point for discussions on government transparency, the possibility of extraterrestrial visitation, and the limitations of our understanding of the unknown. Number 7. STS-48 Incident, 1991. Anomalies in orbit. In September 1991, the Space Shuttle Discovery's STS-48 mission became the center of a UFO controversy when video footage taken from the shuttle revealed unusual flashes of light and rapidly moving objects in Earth's orbit. The footage, recorded on September 15th, showed a sequence of events where a small, bright object appeared to move across the Earth's atmosphere, followed by a flash of light and the sudden, rapid departure of the object at an angle, as if reacting to the flash. UFO enthusiasts and researchers quickly seized upon the footage as evidence of extraterrestrial spacecraft, suggesting that the object's movements and the apparent defensive maneuver were indicative of intelligent control. Skeptics and some scientists offered alternative explanations, including ice particles being disturbed by the shuttle's thrusters, a theory that was supported by NASA. Despite NASA's explanation, the STS-48 footage remains a subject of debate. Proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis argue that the speed and direction changes of the objects, especially in response to the flash, cannot be easily explained by natural phenomena or known human technology. The incident is cited as one of the most compelling pieces of visual evidence suggesting that unidentified objects, possibly of alien origin, are present in our atmosphere and beyond. The STS-48 incident serves as a reminder of the mysteries that continue to surround space exploration and the interpretation of phenomena observed beyond the Earth's atmosphere. It underscores the challenges in distinguishing between unidentified natural phenomena and potential extraterrestrial encounters, a distinction that remains as elusive as it is fascinating. Number 8. Aurora, Texas, UFO Incident, 1897, a crash before Roswell. Long before Roswell captured the public's imagination, a small Texas town became the site of one of the earliest recorded UFO incidents in American history. In April 1897, the residents of Aurora, Texas, were purportedly visited by an otherworldly craft. According to local lore and a newspaper article from the Dallas Morning News, a mysterious airship crashed on the property of a local judge, scattering debris and leading to the discovery of a non-human pilot's body. The story goes that the townsfolk, baffled by the strange materials and the alien pilot, decided to give the visitor a proper burial in the local cemetery. The incident was accompanied by claims of a well at the crash site, into which some of the wreckage was reportedly thrown, leading to stories of strange illnesses among those who later visited the site. Skeptics point to the lack of physical evidence and suggest the story was a hoax, possibly concocted to bring attention to a town suffering from economic decline. However, enthusiasts argue that the detailed accounts and the grave marker, which purportedly depicted a cigar-shaped craft, lend credence to the tale. Despite its disputed authenticity, the Aurora incident remains a fascinating chapter in UFO history, highlighting the long-standing human fascination with the possibility of life beyond Earth and the desire to find tangible evidence of such encounters. Number 9. Pascagoula Abduction, 1973, Encounter in Mississippi. The Pascagoula abduction stands out as one of the most compelling and detailed accounts of alien abduction. On the evening of October 11, 1973, two co-workers, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, claimed they were fishing off a pier on the Pascagoula River in Mississippi when they encountered an unusual egg-shaped object. According to their accounts, three humanoid creatures with robotic movements and wrinkled skin emerged from the craft, capturing them and taking them aboard the UFO. Inside, Hickson and Parker described undergoing an examination by a mechanical device, which seemed to scan their bodies. Despite the fear and shock of the experience, both men were returned unharmed but deeply affected by the encounter. Their story was taken seriously by local law enforcement, especially after Hickson passed a lie detector test, and both men appeared genuinely distressed by their experience. The Pascagoula abduction gained national attention, sparking debates about the credibility of abduction reports. Skeptics questioned the veracity of the account, while others pointed to the consistency of the men's story and their apparent psychological trauma as evidence of its authenticity. In the years that followed, Parker and Hickson went their separate ways, with Parker initially reluctant to speak publicly about the incident. However, both men eventually participated in interviews and wrote books about their experience, contributing to the ongoing discussion about the possibility of extraterrestrial life and human encounters with it. Number 10. Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980, Britain's Roswell. In the cold, wintry days of December 1980, the Rendlesham Forest incident unfolded near RAF Woodbridge in Suffolk, England, quickly becoming the United Kingdom's most famous UFO event. Over several nights, military personnel witnessed a series of unexplained lights and, in some accounts, an actual craft of unknown origin in the forest between two military bases. The incident began when security personnel observed strange lights descending into the forest. Thinking it was a downed aircraft, they went to investigate, only to encounter a metallic, glowing object maneuvering through the trees. The object reportedly had a pulsating light and was inscribed with unknown symbols, reminiscent of hieroglyphics. 2 nights later, the deputy base commander, Lieutenant Cole Charles Halt, led a team into the forest in response to further sightings. They recorded high levels of radiation in the area where the craft was seen, and Halt himself witnessed a star-like object zigzagging through the sky. His official memo to the UK Ministry of Defence, MOD, and a tape recording made during the investigation provide compelling evidence of the encounter. Despite official explanations attributing the sightings to misidentified natural phenomena, such as stars or lighthouse beams, those involved remain adamant that what they witnessed was of extraterrestrial origin. The Rendlesham Forest incident continues to intrigue and puzzle researchers, earning its nickname as Britain's Roswell. Number 11. Travis Walton. Abduction, 1975. Lost in the Woods. The Travis Walton abduction is one of the most well-documented and controversial cases in the history of UFO phenomena. On November 5, 1975, Travis Walton, a young forestry worker, disappeared in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forests in Arizona. Walton reappeared 5 days later, claiming to have been abducted by a UFO. According to Walton, he and his logging crew encountered a saucer-shaped object hovering over the ground. Curious, Walton approached the craft, which suddenly emitted a powerful light that knocked him unconscious. His co-workers, terrified by the event, fled the scene. When they returned with law enforcement, Walton was nowhere to be found. Walton's account of his time aboard the craft included interactions with both humanoid and traditionally alien-looking beings who performed medical examinations on him before returning him to Earth. His story was corroborated by multiple polygraph tests taken by him and his co-workers, and the intense scrutiny and public attention it received has led to widespread debate about its authenticity. The Travis Walton abduction case stands out due to the number of eyewitnesses, the subject's missing time, and the physical evidence supporting Walton's claims. It has inspired books, documentaries, and the 1993 film Fire in the Sky, keeping the debate about its credibility and the possibility of alien abduction alive for decades. Number 12. Hessdalen Lights, 1981-present, Norway's light show. Since 1981, the remote valley of Hessdalen in Norway has been the stage for one of the most enduring and scientifically studied unexplained phenomena in the world, the Hessdalen Lights. These mysterious lights vary in color, intensity, and duration, appearing both day and night, captivating both locals and researchers alike. The lights have been observed to float gently above the ground, dart across the sky at incredible speeds, or perform erratic maneuvers that defy conventional explanations. The phenomenon attracted the attention of scientists from around the world, leading to the establishment of a permanent observation station in the valley. Various theories have been proposed, including the release of ionized gas from the Earth's crust, yet no definitive explanation has been agreed upon. The scientific community's involvement has lent the Hessdalen Lights a level of credibility not often afforded to other unexplained aerial phenomena. Unlike many other UFO sightings, the Hessdalen Lights have been subjected to rigorous scientific investigation, with data collected on their behavior, properties, and patterns. Yet despite decades of study, the lights remain a captivating mystery, challenging our understanding of the natural world. Number 13. Zimbabwe School Encounter, 1994. When the Children Saw Them. One of the most compelling encounters in UFO history took place in September 1994 at the Ariel School in Ruwa, Zimbabwe. Over 60 school children witnessed a craft landing and two beings emerging from it during their morning break. The beings, described as slender and approximately 1 meter tall, with large black eyes, communicated with the children telepathically, delivering messages about environmental degradation and humanity's path. This incident is notable for the number and consistency of the eyewitness accounts, coming from children with no apparent motive to fabricate such a detailed story. Psychiatrist Dr. John Mack, a professor at Harvard Medical School, and a leading authority on the psychological effects of supposed alien encounters, interviewed the children. His investigation concluded that the children's accounts were credible and consistent, further mystifying the incident. Number 14. Kecksburg UFO Incident, 1965. The Acorn That Fell to Earth. On the evening of December 9, 1965, residents of Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, witnessed a brilliant fireball streak across the sky before crashing into the nearby woods. What followed was a flurry of activity that turned the small village into the epicenter of a UFO mystery that persists to this day. Eyewitnesses reported finding an object half buried in the ground, described as large, metallic, and acorn-shaped, with strange hieroglyphic-like symbols around its base. The military quickly cordoned off the area, and after a few hours, witnesses reported that the object was removed on a flatbed truck. The official explanation was that nothing had been found. However, this did little to quell the speculation and rumors that had already begun to swirl. Over the years, theories about the Kecksburg object have ranged from a Soviet satellite to a secret Nazi weapon and even a genuine extraterrestrial spacecraft. Despite numerous investigations, including a lawsuit that forced NASA to release relevant documents, which proved inconclusive, the mystery of what fell in Kecksburg remains unsolved. The incident has become a staple of UFO lore, symbolizing the tension between government secrecy and the public's right to know. Number 15. Westall UFO Encounter, 1966, an Australian mystery. The Westall UFO encounter is one of Australia's most significant and well-documented UFO sightings. On April 6, 1966, in a suburb of Melbourne, over 200 students and teachers from 2 schools witnessed an unexplained flying object descend into a nearby open field, hover, and then take off at incredible speed. The object was described as a silver or gray saucer-shaped craft, accompanied by 5 smaller aircraft. Authorities quickly arrived at the scene, and the area was cordoned off. Despite the large number of witnesses, the Australian government was dismissive of the incident, and no satisfactory explanation was ever provided. The event was further shrouded in mystery by reports of men in suits visiting witnesses, instructing them not to talk about what they had seen, and the confiscation of a student's photographs of the craft. The Westall encounter has been the subject of extensive investigation by UFO researchers and was even examined in an Australian government inquiry into UFOs, which concluded without a definitive explanation. The incident remains a source of fascination and speculation, highlighting the enduring mystery of UFOs and the government's uneasy relationship with such phenomena.